Has there been a better time to be alive and be a Notre Dame Fighting Irish? I'm not a Notre Dame fan, but I can appreciate how talented that team was last year, not just in the sense of actual on-field talent, but the spirit of which they fought to the end against the Buckeyes in that national championship. Getting to that national championship and being down 24 and still fighting to the very end. That is just the sentiment that is brought through their pure leader, that is a leader of men guy in Marcus Freeman. He is such a great head coach and a huge pivotal piece of why Notre Dame is entering an era where they are going to be every single year competing for national championships because they can make the college football playoff thanks to the new format of the college football playoff, 12 to 16 teams every year. Well, absolutely. I mean, Notre Dame's going to make it. They're just a standard in the sport that 8 out of 10 years they're going to be 9 wins or better, 10 wins or better in that type of program. But 2025, what does that outlook look like? Who are the guys on this roster? Riley Leonard goes off to the pros. Amazing kid of faith, such a big fan of his. But it's not about Riley. It's about C.J. Carr in 2025. It's about Jeremiah Love, his running mate, the Batman's Robbins to Batman, Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price in the backfield, who I think formed the best running back duo, the best backfield in college football, just above Nick Singleton and Katron Allen. Just that ability of Jeremiah Love to turn the corner. You saw it on that 98-yard touchdown run against Indiana to start off the college football playoff. But let's start off the predictions, the preview for Notre Dame in 2025, because it all starts off with their first game of the year at Miami, and this matchup at Hard Rock Stadium is no easy one. Carson Beck has been lost in the wash because people don't seem to think he can throw the football. But you have to remember, he was the odds-on Heisman favorite entering the season for Georgia, and they led college football in drop passes last year. He was not getting all that much help from his guys catching the ball. Oftentimes more than not, they're dropping it, and it's just unfortunate he doesn't get Zachariah Branch to throw the football to. But at Miami for Notre Dame, we're going to see helpings of Jeremiah Love in this game. What will the defense look like? We saw guys leave, they graduated, get drafted, all kinds of stuff for that defense. What will the front look like? Well, I know this. There are a ton of veterans. Joshua Burnham, Gabriel Rubio, Jason Onye, they have players that are ready to fill in and be effective. It's just like C.J. Carr, a homegrown talent that they can bring in and fill in. Don't have to go to the portal and bring someone. They have the best cornerback, in my opinion, in college football, and Leonard Moore. He can be in main coverage lined up against basically anyone but Jeremiah Smith. That's maybe where you draw the line, and maybe that's not a great matchup. But he is so talented. He's going to put himself stocked up higher, a future top 10 overall pick. I see a lot of similarities between him and Will Johnson. Hopefully he doesn't have the knee issues. But a loss to Miami, 23-24, in my opinion, on the road. A tough start. Maybe C.J. Scar has a couple turnovers in that one, not able to take care of the football the way they should because they get the bye in week 2 before they are at home at A&M. I'll tell you right now, I don't have Notre Dame losing again after week 1. If I could offer you 11-1 right now, and you're a fan of the Irish, you're taking it because that means you're in the playoff again. In all likelihood, you're getting a home playoff game once again. How could you not take that? You might want that first round bye, but if I'm offering you a home playoff game, that would be incredible. And it was an amazing atmosphere to start that whole thing off. Arguably the best atmosphere of all the college football playoff games, even including an Ohio State game at night. Who thought that was even possible? Week 3, Texas A&M, Marcel Reed, Kevin Concepcion, Mike Elko's squad roll out there to South Bend, Indiana, and get beat 27-20. We're going to see C.J. Carr throw the football down the field next year. They bring in Malachi Fields. Jordan Faison has been there. Jaden Greathouse, a great name and a great football player. He's effective. This is going to be the best passing attack, to be more specific, that Notre Dame has had in maybe a decade or more. Okay, Sam Hartman could lob the ball a little bit. Riley Leonard could find someone wide, naked, open, and get him the football. But C.J. Carr can throw the rock. Put some velocity on that ball, and he can move around a little bit. Have them beating A&M at home at South Bend, 77,844 strong, at that matchup. Then there's Purdue. Guess what? Purdue doesn't have Dylan Thieneman, the All-American level safety. They don't have who could be like the Mackey Award winner tight end, Max Clare, who also could be an All-American this year. They lost their best two players, Notre Dame winning 27-3. Then they're at the Razorbacks. Now, Arkansas with Taylon Green is a tougher matchup than you would think. He possesses an ability to almost hold the football, and they hold possession. Like, just go back to that Tennessee game last year. Like, they played good defense, and like Tennessee, it just seemed like never had the ball. And if they did, it was 3 and outs. And Arkansas just ran the clock out. They were down 14-3, but were fine, still holding on to the ball, and found themselves up in a spot where Nico Iamaleava could just run out of bounds and not even throw the ball in the end zone at the end of the game. That was interesting. Boise State won't be the same team. Why? They don't have Ashton Genty. I think that's pretty obvious. There's few guys left in the realm of the sport that would be at a program that's an FCS level school, not a Power 5, and stay there and play it out. It's incredible what he did to not take money and go elsewhere to stay at Boise. You could say the production would have been less and he wouldn't have been as great or high draft pick if he went elsewhere. I don't know what it would have been. He was a great football player. The NC State Wolfpack have Notre Dame beating them 31-17. They can run the football 42 times in this game, maintain possession 45-15, get off the field. What is NC State? How are they going to stop Jeremiah Love? How are they going to stop Carr on the move being mobile? This is like one of those games that's not a matchup. Notre Dame at this point is strolling along, right? They're 5-1, and they've got USC at home. A USC team I have being 9-3, right on the cusp, but missing the college football playoff. 9-3 in the SEC could possibly get you in, but it doesn't. It doesn't from the Big Ten. 23-17, Notre Dame holds on. It'll be close like last year, but that scoreboard always seemed to be a little bit further and out of reach for USC to come back because of the running attack. And Jordan Mailata throwing a couple picks late in that matchup. Of course, this rivalry we don't want to go away. I'm so frustrated with this narrative people are trying to build around it. Like, oh, USC, you have to play this tough team like Notre Dame. Like, Notre Dame just signed up to play Clemson like 10 years in a row. They bucked up. They've got the balls to do it, and they make it happen. USC, what are we afraid of, man? Like, go play a tough team. You're afraid of the tougher teams. Like, why did you join the Big Ten? Stay in the Pac-2 now. I don't get it. You're looking out for your squad, sure, but the best want to beat the best. This expands to 16 teams. You can lose 3 games then in the Big Ten and still make the playoff. Don't get it. I'm getting fired up because I love football. I love tradition, history. It's important. We need more of it in the sport, and to lose this rivalry, it's been around 5 times longer than I've been around and alive. It just pisses me off a little bit. So they get the bye after that at Boston College, a 36-10 win. Don't have Donovan Izaraku coming off the edge. You have 16.5 sacks last year. Beating them easily. Navy, can they throw the football? Remains to be seen. 40-14. Have them winning that. At that point, they are 8-1 on the year at Pittsburgh. Get a win 34-17. Kind of just cruise. It's USC, and then it's 5 games against the ACC. My personal belief is that Notre Dame could join the ACC. I understand the independent, it has its perks. You kind of get the schedule going, but at some point it seems like they're either going to have to join a Big Ten or the ACC. They already play half their games against the ACC and make up throwing a couple FCS, of course, Boise State this year. They play Arkansas in that schedule. They play A&M, 2 of the SEC teams, kind of just choosing, mix and match what they want to do. The Big Ten and USC. Just seems that at some point in the near future they will be forced to, because it might be a disadvantage to not be if the Big Ten and the SEC are yeah, we're just not going to play you, and the value of those ACC wins just aren't enough to get in our playoff. Or you do get that spot, but you will never have a chance at a bye like those teams will. It's top 4, understand that now, but if you're 11-1, and you're not getting above the SEC champ, the Big Ten champ, and probably the runner-up of one of those two are getting those spots 3 and 4, unless you have a good year like this year where Clemson very much looks like they can be a top 4 team. They just win the ACC, go 11-1, 12-1, something like that. So Syracuse at the end of the year, 30-20, have them winning. Obviously don't have Kyle McCord anymore. Stanford 35-13. Andrew Luck, the new GM for them, trying to get that program going the right way. You love it. 11-1 for Notre Dame. A home game in the college football playoff is the expectation. 10-2 Notre Dame. Do they get the playoff berth? That's a great question. That's funny to ask. I think they do, just because of the logo on their helmet. Of course, it's Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman, just give credit to that guy. What he's done for that program. Faced adversity, losses in September last year, losing to Northern Illinois and going on a tear, losing the Buckeyes the 2 years before that. Tough losses and ones that hurt. Losing to that team, it's a rivalry, but it isn't. But it hurts, and bouncing back, and he's done a great job of retaining of talent on that team, and they are a force next year. Absolutely a national championship contender. You are kidding yourself if you don't think so when they've got Jeremiah Love in the backfield. Thank you so much for watching this. It was a whole bunch of fun to make. College football is just better when Notre Dame is right in the middle of things and in the fold, playing good football at that, and led by just a straight up great guy. So please subscribe for more content in the future. As of the recording of this, it's a couple of weeks before you watch it, because when you do watch it, I will be in Africa. Obviously, I had to schedule some of these videos to come out so that I could have them ready to roll before the start of the NFL and college football season. So please subscribe. I pour my heart and soul into this and expecting nothing in return. Just that maybe, hopefully, at some point you smile. A smile would be incredible. Just something that I say, something good about your team, something bad about another team. Like, who knows what it is? That's the idea. What we're trying to do is spread love, joy, passion for college, for NFL football with Blitz with Blender. So leaving you with that, I say thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Best player in college football. That Georgia and Ohio State game, New Year's Eve, is going to be a classic.
Josh Blender, hi everybody, I'm Josh Blender. To the 40, 35, 30, Espinosa to the 20.